10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome back, everyone, for another episode of Two Guys, One Gamepad. This is episode 7 of the season 1. Really don't know how long we're going to make seasons, so we'll figure that out. My name is Sig, and of course we are joined with the other half of Two Guys, One Gamepad, Rahgel himself. And yeah, we're here for another episode, and we're ready to chit-chat. I think we're going to do the TVs and movies today. Probably dabble in video games. We always do. Call of Duty just came out, new season. Apex just came out, new season. So we got shit to talk about. Isn't that right, Rahgel?
We can probably wait a little bit on Call of Duty.
Oh, why? Why?
We
Why?
can wait a little bit.
Well, oh, is it that bad?
Yeah, we'll build up the anticipation to let you down later on, like Warzone did. Fuckers.
Like Activision did.
Oh my god!
Ugh. Man, no, I saw.
Absolute train wreck.
Dude, I saw.
Disappointment.
I'm not even gonna wait. Let's just get. Yeah. No, I saw that.
Did you play any of it at all?
I played on yesterday. It was Wednesday. Yeah, it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I played a little bit of it, and I was just like, man, I had high hopes for this. What the fuck? This is...
Everybody had high hopes for it.
Oh yeah, I've seen like I saw on Monday and Tuesday. I saw a bunch of people get really excited for Wednesday because they're like, King Kong and Godzilla's gonna face off. This is gonna be epic. Oh my god! And of course, my ass is going. I love King Kong. I love Godzilla. 2 all-time like mega monsters. I just love their series. So I was like, no way they could just royally fuck this up like Battlefield. Like, there's no way they could fuck up to that level. And I'm just like, well, Battlefield doesn't look so bad right now.
But wait, it's Warzone. They can fuck up anything.
Oh, absolutely. I was disappointed by it. Like, I can't
So
say
even-
I can't even say I was disappointed because it did not meet my expectations. But again, my expectations for Call of Duty is like scale 1 to 2, and it's like a 3. So it was a 2. So I was like, eh.
Which I know we talked major shit when we first heard about Godzilla coming to it. So
Well justified.
from that podcast to now, I mean, I was getting pumped about it because I was like, okay, maybe it is going to be good.
Yeah.
And then they have the original cutscene from King Kong grabbing the plane, smashing it,
Yeah.
doing his
Iconic.
thing, showing Godzilla coming in, and all of a sudden they're running at each other. Kong goes to throw the first punch, and then nothing follows that up. It's
Yeah.
just Godzilla standing in the water, swimming back and forth, shooting his thing everywhere, and then Kong jumping around throwing boulders.
Yeah, it's
No, you can't even hurt one another. The Godzilla's ray doesn't hurt Kong.
yeah.
Nothing. I mean, it's just, I was expecting at least them rolling around and you having to fight around it.
Well, that or like I was expecting more interaction, more. I was expecting them to damage, like just randomly die and be like, "What the hell? Oh, well, okay, I got smoked by Godzilla's tail whipping." No, it's like you just roam in the map and you're like, "The hell? What's going on?" What?
Mm-hmm. I'm expecting like they're fighting. You're running around trying to play the actual game.
Yeah,
It was turning to be a resurgence style. So you're trying to still fight other people and win. Get the victory in the game. But no, you can go on the opposite side of the map and not even be really affected by those two. You can just go around and play the regular game as long as you're dodging the ray and the boulders that you can call in randomly, like airstrikes and cluster strikes.
but they're not hard
Which is-
to dodge at all. Like I think I got hit once, and I played maybe 6-7 rounds, and I got hit once because it's just like, oh, you look up, oh, they're coming. Sidestep to the left a few times, run, done. I was like, this is so pathetic.
The skins were cool to see. The Godzilla skin is cool. The Mecha Godzilla, and I wasn't too pumped about that one. The Kong skin I was excited about until I saw it, and it just looked like it just reminded me of Planet of the Apes on
It really
the obese Planet of the Apes.
you cannot make a skin for really any ape or chimpanzee or monkey. Like it's so hard because it always comes across like Planet of the Ape, like either very shittily done
Mhm.
or it's no, I've never seen a good skin actually.
No,
I
yeah,
was like, I'm trying to think
no,
of
no
one.
way.
I'm trying to give somebody credit. I'm like, no, there's nobody. Nobody's done a good monkey skin. I think the closest you get, it's not even a monkey skin. It just so happens to kind of resemble an ape. Is on Destiny 2's like a year or two ago. They had a skin for one of the seasonal things, and it kind of looked like a monkey roughly, but it's kind of it. You knew it wasn't a monkey. It was supposed to be something majestic and magical, not a monkey. But it definitely had like the monkey ears and the monkey nose on the helmet. But
Mhm.
that was probably the closest to resembling,
Mhm.
and that's still far stretch. But I think all the shit talking we did on this season, the DLC season of Call of Duty, looking back now, was probably fully justified and pretty spot on win, because I remember us talking about how I like we couldn't figure out how they were going to introduce King Kong and Godzilla, how they were going to do it, and mentioning that there's really no way to do it properly, and lo and behold, poof, we were right. I was like, man, I want to be wrong on certain things like that. I'm okay to be wrong on certain things, but
I was ready to be a complete hypocrite and say it was great. It was awesome.
yeah, oh yeah,
I love King Kong. I always have been a Kong fan. I've never been a big Godzilla fan.
fuck you.
But I mean, like the fact that they just showed like Kong throwing the first punch supposedly, and then you get into the gameplay and nothing happens.
Yeah,
It's a climactic and everything, and then just a letdown, an absolute letdown for it. I'm hoping, and it won't happen, but there's another update of some kind to where they move around the map, but that's not going to happen. I mean, it's an LTM, so it's
yeah,
going to be gone
yeah,
in less than a month. So I mean, it's worse. It's worse than Krampus.
yeah,
Krampus was extremely annoying. Krampus you could kill, and he would kill other people. He would chase you. He was interactive in a manner to where he had a down. He would decide the game at times.
yeah.
But like these two gigantic assholes will just stand there and be in the way. I mean, it's not pointless, but it's annoying.
No, I
I
mean,
mean, I'm not going to play
absolutely.
it. It's a game mode I don't play a whole lot, anyways, being on Caldera. But I was ready to dive into it and enjoy it. But no.
But that was the thing. Like that's the whole point of LTM's
Mm-hmm.
and just new DLCs and new seasons is you get so hyped about them, and you like that's what's supposed to draw people into these games, bring them back into Call of Duty, bring them back into whatever game, and say, hey, come check out this new shit we have. It's amazing. And then especially with like Call of Duty, they tease all this amazing stuff every time they tease this amazing stuff, and every time it fucking fails. But Godzilla and King Kong, I mean, you and I had proper expectations, but at the same time, they were still part of us. I was like, please, these two are not hard. Like,
No.
it's hard to do this shittily like they did, but at the same time, it's not because it's Activision. They're one step away from being Battlefield. But the fact, like, they could have did so much with this, and they could have, had King Kong and Godzilla actually fighting, and the fact that Mecha Godzilla is supposed to be somewhere or somehow introduced. Like, you're telling me there's no way you could have had Godzilla just randomly breathe fire and scorch the landscape down the middle, so now people are divided on the map for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, to a minute even, a short time where you now have to be very strategic about where you are on that side of the map, or if you can even get out of the fire and have that breath of fire. Like there's so much they could have done, and it just felt like a massive letdown, and it's so unfortunate because again, I would rather be proved wrong on that type of thing, so where I can eat that humble pie and be like, no, you're right, we we were wrong. However, to be able to
I
look
had
back and
I had
go,
my fork ready. I was ready. I mean, I wanted to.
oh
I
yeah,
mean, you remember in Verdansk when they had the
yeah,
whole earthquake and everything like that happened to
yeah,
where there were canyons and stuff like that. I was waiting for the heat rate, breath rate, whatever it is, to just scorch the earth and that, and
yep,
then them to fight and pretty much just crush Peak
yeah,
in the middle of the map. I mean, just break it down, but just kind of alter the map, but nothing.
yeah. So they could, from the Breath of Fire to
Hmm.
Godzilla stepping on the ground and just like creating a crater with his footprint, or Kong. Like
And
there's
they have
they
Godzilla's footprints around the map. He
no,
never steps foot on land.
yeah, that's the thing though.
It's so weird.
Like you're telling me you can't be playing around and then just randomly get squashed by Kong
Yeah.
and be like, oh shit. Even if they already have like the footprints already on the ground like they do right now, you're telling me Kong can't just randomly step on that, or they don't even have to like show them stepping on it. You can just randomly die and get
Mhm.
the notification of not suicide, but
Mhm.
accident, kill, and have it be King Kong. They could have done so much with it, and I truly want them to do something amazing and do something so successful, because I want to get back into Warzone and I want to get back into Call of Duty. But week after week, month after month, season after season, it's one letdown after another, and it seriously seems like the only saving grace they may have is this Microsoft buyout. Will be their only saving grace, is for them to kind of come in, clean house, and say, no, we're not doing this bullshit anymore. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, they've got Modern Warfare 2 coming later this season, this year,
I
and
that's I
so
know.
the crazy thing is that it's only going to be for the new gens and PC. You cannot play it on PS4. You cannot play it on older Xboxes. So
Cool. Whatever.
unless I start turning tricks on the corner to get a PS5, I'm gonna be able to play it.
But I mean, like, I forget you play console. I forget a lot of people play console. I'm bougie. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else calls it Air Force brat. That's fine.
Exactly what it is.
But I mean, we knew that was coming, though. That was inevitable. They did the same thing
Yeah.
with PS4. The only difference, though, is this console switch feels rushed. That, like, I remember the PS3 still being having games released out for it for at least like 3 4 years, maybe even five. Like a good chunk of the PS4's beginning, you could still buy the version of PS3. They were very seldomly like talked about or even mentioned, but you could still get the game, and you knew it was going to be a little worse for wear on graphics. But it was a few years, and I just feel like PlayStation 5 came out, and they're really quick to go, nope, come on studios, come on developers, we gotta get this out to new console only, because we
Mm-hmm.
gotta get to that 4K, that 2K resolution. We gotta get to all that cool stuff. Oh, by the way, you can't use it unless you have the proper cable. No, Xbox doesn't send you the proper cable. You gotta go buy it. Yes, PlayStation sends you the proper cable, but do you have the TV to take the proper cable? No. Okay, go buy the proper TV. Like there's just so much shit that goes along with consoles, and I get it, but that's kind of like why I switched to PC so heavily, and why I'm still a big fan of PC, solely for the fact of I upgrade my PC. Most things come with the cable I need. I don't have to go out and buy anything extra, and my monitors are already set up ready to go. And
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about, oh, new graphics card. Do they take DisplayPort? Do they take HDMI still? No, there's a new. Well, shit, I need to go buy the new cable. No, because if they do come out with like a new adapter or new cable, like when DisplayPort came out, most graphics card, AMD specifically, because that's who I buy, they sent out. I bought the graphics card. I got my AMD GPU in the mail, and I got the first display adapter to come with it. I was like, okay, cool. Afterwards, now you had to go buy it because they still had HDMI. So, but I feel like this console switch feels so rushed. Like they could have done it next year or 2 years, or maybe it's all because of COVID kind of put everything out of perspective and really jacked with everything.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's so hard to even get a PS5. I agree with you 100%. They should wait. They
Didn't
completely just sever it
didn't
because
Xboxes just
it's
come in
hard to get.
stock?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, Xbox is more in stock than the PS5s are. The PS5s are extremely hard to get.
yeah,
There's Xboxes around me that are
yeah.
for
That's
sale. I've
like
seen.
that's the big thing Microsoft is pushing right now. I've been seeing is that they have Xboxes readily available at stores. Like that's their big. They're not even creating
Mhm.
like ads for like games or anything. They have ads for it now in stock production is that high, you're good, you can find one. Whereas PlayStation's like, here's Horizon, Forbidden Horizon, here's Gran Turismo, or the latest Ragnarok God of War is coming out soon for PlayStation 5. Will we have the console ready?
Oh hell no! It's just like no what? It's just it sucks because it's trying to get one of those is I have to like watch GameStop's backstocks and I have to watch Target drops and nothing like that. It's annoying.
I mean, I've heard people have had better success buying it through Sony themselves because Sony will always fulfill their request before they fulfill like Amazon or third party or mega party stores like Walmart, Best Buy, and Target. Uh, I don't know the validity of that because I still am rocking a PS4, but again, I use it for TV. I don't use it for games, so I don't really have a use to go out and buy a PS5 unless my PS4 just shits out. And even then, probably just go get an Apple TV because that's $100 versus $500 that I'll use for a glorified TV. So
yeah, no, just trying to get one is very difficult and it's annoying because I don't want to be the one standing outside of a GameStop 3 or 4 hours before they open in line with a bunch of other people.
well, you shouldn't have to. Like, GameStop's so notorious for this too, where like you could pre-order and even reserve it. Like you purchase a whole fucking system and it should be there for you. Pick up, you're just waiting for it to come in stock. And they're so notorious of going, oh, sorry, we sold the one that we were holding for you because you didn't come in first thing in the morning. And the fact that as much bad publicity they've been getting for that, they still haven't changed anything. You still haven't heard like the CEO coming out and be like, no, we're not doing that. We're going to stop that. We're going to take care of the people who purchased it first and reserved it rather than whoever just fucking comes into this damn store and purchases off the street and be like, oh, well, do you have it in stock? Well, we do, but they're reserved. Okay, well, I want one. And I, after working retail so much, there's part of me, I'm going to blame GameStop 100% for that. But at the same time, the other side of me goes, I've worked retail long enough that even with like my graphic design company now, I still get times where I will get people who, will make outlandish requests or be like, sorry, I don't do that, or I can't do that, or I won't do that. And they get so butthurt over it that you really can't do anything but either cave to them or lose the customer. And thankfully, at least me running my graphics, I don't cave to those people. I'm like, well, that's tough shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. You're not going to offend me. I'm not gonna feel bad because, oh no, I lost business from Kevin or Keith or Karen or Amber. I don't care. Like, cool. You weren't gonna be a good client anyways. Then, like, whatever. But I mean, I've worked AT&T, Sprint. I've worked for Verizon and Best Buy. Did high school through Walmart, and never fails. You get the people who just fucking come in. Best Buy was really bad when the new 2000 series of NVIDIA came out. We would have people who would purchase them, and they would get so butthurt when they're like, "Well, I know you have 3 or 4 on back because I called in. They said you have them." Yeah, you're right. But people have pre-ordered this, so yes, we have them in stock. Yes, they are available, but they're not available to you. They're available to these 3 or 4 people who purchased them already. And I would always stand my ground, but we had a very shitty GM at the time who would cave because she didn't want a bad review on Google or a bad review wherever, or have them call corporate, and she'd be like, fine, take it. Like, well, I just called customer A and told them their GPU was in stock. Don't worry about it. We'll just tell them it was a mistake. We didn't actually receive it. No, I'm not calling them. You're calling them.
Because then you run the risk of getting a bad review through that person of being misinformed, now waiting even longer.
Yeah. Or canceling their order altogether and just going somewhere else. Because, I mean, that's what I would do. And that's awesome. Honestly, the reason why I don't shop at GameStop anymore is because of that type of shit. I had a game probably 3-4 years back that I pre-ordered for PlayStation 4, and probably 5 years ago actually. No, 4 years ago. My daughter was 1. Uh, Pre-order a game. Went to GameStop to pick it up, and they said, "Oh, sorry, we don't have it in stock anymore. People came in and purchased it." I lost my shit on them. Told them just cancel my order. I'll go to Target next door. Literally like 2 buildings down was Target. I could walk. And I was like, fuck you, then just give me my money. Took my $64 and some change and went next door and got it for like $1 cheaper. Not a big deal, but it was $1 cheaper. I was just like, ridiculous. Like, fuck you then. GameStop used to be so good, and now they're up there with Amber
That's
Heard.
crazy. It's definitely changed. Shit in the bed and everything. But yeah, it's definitely changed. I mean, brick and mortar in general is changed. I mean, and I don't know if I can blame them for. I mean, customer service in general is rougher now than it has been. I know it's always been rough, but it just everybody now is so impatient about everything. They want everything now. They don't want excuses. It's gotten worse.
It's to give me what I feel like I deserve. Give me what I want, and it doesn't matter. Like that's the mentality, and again, from working retail, I can honestly speak on this. It's from that bullshit that I think Walmart's a huge proponent for it, unfortunately, but the customer's always right mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that way, and that mentality was introduced late 80s, early 90s, and it just evolved into this shit fest that we're in now of you don't have it, why not? Because we're sold out, Karen. What the fuck do you want me to do? Like, it's sold out. Well, get some in. Do I look like the fucking distribution center? No. You are in fucking Manhattan, Kansas, at Walmart. The distribution center? Not here. Piss off.
But it should be here.
Yeah.
This is where I think it should be.
Yeah,
It should be
I
here.
want it. I'm here right now. I deserve it. I've earned it. No, you fucking don't.
About to earn a ass whooping. Leave me alone.
Man, and like the fact that you can't. Sorry, you shouldn't talk back to customers, because I did. I often got in trouble or got spoken to. Never really got in trouble. Got spoken to. Please don't do that again. 2 days later, do it again. Just like, no. Fuck you and your once. I don't care. We don't have it. We don't have it. I'm not going to pull this magically out of my butthole anytime soon and give it to you. If you want magical shit, go maybe check one on Johnny Depp's bed or go find Amber Heard. Maybe she's shitting out something like that. I don't know. I don't do that. Like, it blows my mind the amount of people that still believe that. And like my wife gets a lot too, because she works retail. She's an assistant manager at whatever. I don't work there. At Bath and Body Works. And the amount of stories, or just like me going in and seeing her, whatever, just the amount of people who are so like dumb. I was like, this doesn't exist anymore. I know this. I don't work for the company. And the fact that their return, like, just stupid shit. I could go on all day. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. I will get heated. We won't be off here till like 3 a.m.
No, it is. There's stores like that. I mean, you already said Walmart. I mean, God. Walmart is it's a different breed of people.
Walmart has its own breed of people and its own its own smell. Like, I worked at Walmart enough that I can tell you, if you smell like Walmart or you have that Walmart smell, like, you need to go take a shower with bleach, because it is. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if you've ever worked at Walmart, but like,
my mom worked at Walmart growing up.
Okay,
she was there for a long time.
So maybe you know. Maybe she definitely knows. But like, for anybody who doesn't, it smells like 2-week-old cat pee, an ashtray, freshly smoked cheap-ass cigarettes, and massive BO from an Arizona hot summer. And it can even be in the middle of winter, and they still smell like all 4 of those things combined. And you're just like, oh, can I do this transaction really quick without breathing? Oh, can I pass out?
2% scent.
Ugh. own scent
Yeah,
and everything. Just ugh.
yeah, it's a different world walking in there, and you go from there to walking into Target, you feel bougie as hell.
Oh man, you do like
It is.
you
That's
do.
why you have the videos and everything else of, well, I lost my wife in Target for 4 hours. I've been in the parking lot, took a nap, filed my taxes, and putting on our newborn. So yeah,
Got the taxes done. Rebuilt the add-on of the house.
yeah,
We're good. Where's my wife? I think she's still at Target. That's where I dropped her
yeah.
off earlier. But like,
That's where she's been all day.
and I've had that discussion with people. Like I've even had the discussion with my wife where I'm like, I hate shopping at Walmart. I will not shop at Walmart if I absolutely don't have to. I would rather spend $2 to $3 more, or even $10 more to avoid Walmart, because I cannot stand with how big that store is and the fact that it's still so crowded. And the Walmart breed have no common decency for anyone. And keep in mind, we're from the Midwest, so I'm sure you all do it too. But here in Kansas, we do use "oops, sorry." Like even if we're trying to walk by, it's "oops, sorry," and it's a habit. I don't know where the fucking came from. I don't know who taught me it, but just "oops, sorry," walk by, and the amount of people would be like, "Can you move, Becky? Hold your fucking horses. I'm just reaching right here. Chill out." Like, you don't have that issue at Target. You can walk into Target. There's room, and it's not okay. My Target, there's room. My Target, there's room, and I'm just like, it smells better, it feels better, and you don't see nearly the trashiness. And I'm not just talking about clothes. I'm talking about the behavior, the mentality. Like you don't get that at other stores as bad as you do at Walmart.
Because there's no Starbucks at Walmart.
That is fair. My Target just got the Starbucks a few months ago, so
They just got the Starbucks
the
at
Starbucks.
at the Target.
Oh my god.
Not at the Walmart, at the
No.
Target.
At the Target and Hy-Vee too. Yeah,
Oh,
we have 5 Starbucks in this town, and we're not a big town.
no, Manhattan's not very big at all.
No, and it's so funny. Like I was so upset because you all have Hy-Vee up there, right? Okay, I love Hy-Vee. I just their produce is all grown within a certain mileage if they can get it. Meat is all produced and collected within a certain mileage. Like it's all somewhat local if available. However, we had Caribou coffee inside of our Hy-Vee for the last 9 years, and it was by far like the best coffee I drank. During the summer and spring, they had matcha tea bubblers, which were amazing. And then Starbucks came in and we're just like, fuck. Fuck you. Our drinks just went from $5.69 or some change for a large to like $12. Like,
That's a venti.
God fucking damn it. Screw you. And then
I hate Starbucks. I hate coffee in general. I don't drink coffee. I hate the smell of coffee. I cannot stand it. Coffee can never be around me again. I would be perfectly fine. I
I'm
probably wouldn't survive in my house because there's people in the house that have to live and die by coffee. But um, I hate coffee.
no,
Can't stand the smell of it. It's just disgusting.
so I don't. So I'm not okay. Coffee just by itself, not a fan of it. I have a very, very, very bad sweet tooth, and the fact that I'm not a diabetic is amazing because my ass is like coffee, 4 to 6 ounces, cool. Sugar, 2 to 3 teaspoon or big spoonfuls. So it's already super sweet at this point. I'm not done yet. Let me go get the creamer. Equal parts creamer. It's like, ugh.
Jeez.
To the point where like, every time we get new cream or whatever, I ask my wife, I say, hey, Shani, taste this, and she'll be like, I'll wait, I'll try it in mine because she just like puts a splash. She's an adult in that situation. She puts the right
She's
amount.
the adult.
I'm over here like it has to taste like liquid candy. Oh, still tastes like coffee. Let me add some more of that creamer in. Ah, there we go. That tastes like
What's the point
dairy.
of having coffee at that point?
Because I've been frowned upon way too much drinking a soda in the morning.
So you walk away with your coffee tasting like Trix and everything else instead of just grabbing a Coke.
It tastes like Captain Crunch.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
It tastes like Captain Crunch. It's a little chocolatey at times. If I use my wife's creamer, then maybe it tastes like Reese's Puff cereal, a little chocolatey, a little peanut buttery. Or it tastes like Cinnamon Toast
That's
Crunch.
probably my favorite cereal now, because luckily I still have kids, so I can justify buying the cereal that I like. But Reese's Puffs is probably the best cereal that I've had in a very long time. I like Captain Crunch, but I enjoy the roof of my mouth also.
That's fair.
I want it shredded.
So I do the grocery shopping because I'm at home and I'm the one that cooks because I like to cook. But so I bought Captain Crunch the other day, and my kids have never had Captain Crunch because I'm like you. I don't give a fuck what people think about me. I'm buying the cereal I want. Trix, Lucky Charms, Captain Crunch, Golden Grams. Fuck you all. I'm the adult with money. I'm buying what I want. But I bought Captain Crunch, just like the regular with the berries in it. You know, the shit that just fucking rakes up your mouth really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it because I was like, okay, my kids absolutely hated this last time because it tore their mouth up. They said it hurt. So I'm eating it, and here comes my 2-year-old son, and he's just, Dad, I was like, do you want a bite? He goes, oh, yeah. So I give him a bite, fully expecting him to be like, ugh, because it's chewing up the roof of his mouth. This bastard eats the rest of my cereal and then proceeds to be like, Dad, hungry. What do you want? Cereal. Okay. So I go get their Trolls cereal. It's like Lucky Charms, but it has Trolls figurines or marshmallows. Anyways, I was like, okay, well, you want the marshmallow cereal? No! And she points to the yellow box. I was like, you want this one? And he's like, yeah. I was like, no! I bought this so I want to share with you kids.
That's my cereal.
God damn it. And I bought your mom the peanut butter version because she likes that. And you fuckers are eating all of it. I think I had like...
Captain peanut butter is great too.
Oh, that's great too. But like, Reese's Puffs over that one for sure. But like, I will buy cereal solely for my purpose. Like, I will buy the kids their cereal when we go grocery shopping. Pick out your cereal. Cool. I'll pick out my cereal. In the store, they're like, I don't like it. Whatever, that's nasty. Get home. Next day, have a bowl. Dad, I want that. And they point to my balls like, you know what? I don't like you right now. I was happy. You said you didn't like the cereal. And here we are eating my goddamn cereal. Well, the story is nothing's yours.
I'll eat in the morning with my daughter every now and then. And I buy her Trix. She likes Trix. She's every time. And the same thing. And I had the Reese's Puff because me and the boys like it too. I was eating that, and she's like, oh, that looks good. I'm like, yeah, I bet it does.
Not
Trix in your bowl. Oh, but there's no milk in it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you want me to pour it back into the box and give you what I'm eating? Yeah? Okay. So there we go. So now we're both eating that. And luckily we buy the gigantic box, so it works out. Yeah, I think peanut butter cereal is probably my favorite. And looking at all the other cereals that are out there now, compared to when we were kids.
There's so many now. There's so
my God.
Like Dunkaroos has their own. Dunkin' has their own.
Do you remember the absolute nastiest shit that they had out there? Golden Crisp was like styrofoam. It had the bear with the blue shirt. It was like almonds.
Yeah, Smack'ems was the other edition.
Smack'ems was the other nasty with the fucking frog that should have been smashed playing Frogger.
That's why it was called Smack'em. You want to smack him.
Yeah, smack the shit out of him. It's just like some of the cereal that we had should have been. I don't know how you consider it cereal.
Kix was another one that was like it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. It was just kind of that like middle of the road. We're like,
kid tested, mother approved. I don't know how I still remember that.
I would like something else, but this is okay for right now. But let's not do this again, okay? Okay.
Yeah. No, yeah. Corn Pops, which I mean is still around, but that was one that seemed like it tasted better when I was younger, and now as soon as milk hits it, it's soggy.
Yep.
There's no crunch to that stuff either anymore.
Yep. Well, it's like so Rice Krispies. I used to love those growing up, just because again, snap, crackle, pop. That's really what it was for. Ate them so you can hear
sugar you put on it. And you scoop it, and then you scoop it out of the milk
No,
when you're done. Don't lie.
that's now. My mom did not allow that growing up.
Oh,
We had a diabetic grandpa at the time, and she made that very known of, if you keep putting this much sugar on stuff, you're gonna become diabetic. Joke's on you! I'm almost 32 years old. Sugar goes on everything. Still not diabetic, but I haven't been to the hospital to check, so who knows?
as of right now, I'm not. The doctor hasn't been around to tell me. So,
I
joke's on you.
What I don't know does not hurt me yet. We'll find out. Take the ER visit.
But there are some damn cereals. There's like Hershey's Kiss cereal.
Ugh.
That just looks like a diabetic box of cereal.
So, but that's one of those
horrible.
That's one of those like it should be so good because Hershey's makes their own chocolate, makes their own candies, makes their own like whole plethora of things, but the Hershey cereals does not taste like a Hershey candy bar, chocolate syrup, or anything. It tastes like a very, very bad generic off-brand chocolate powder was used, and it's so disgusting.
Yes. Oh, so you've had it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because every time something like that comes out, I'm like, that sounds good. And
The diabetic side takes over. We must try it.
The fat
we
kid
must
side
see.
takes over, yeah.
We must push the envelope to see if the diabetes will come in.
And then I'm like, hey kids, you want to try this? And they'll take it. And then if my kids don't like it, I'm like, oh shit. Here's $4 box of cereal that's not going to use anyways. Great. What can I mix this in to give flavor? Great. What can use it? Is there a dessert? Can I make this into a pie? No, it tastes so nasty. Fuck.
Crush it up and put it over ice cream.
No, that tasted disgusting. Tried that. But like there's so many more flavored cereals now than there were back in the 90s, 80s and 90s, and it's so ridiculous.
Try Ninja Turtle cereal.
Did I ever have Ninja Turtle cereal?
Yeah, you remember it?
I remember. I don't remember if I had it. I probably did, seeing as my oldest brother was a huge Ninja Turtles fan, but I can't remember the flavor of it.
Chex cereal.
Yeah.
With marshmallows.
Yeah.
And stuff didn't last but maybe 2 minutes. By the time milk hit it.
And it sounds like most of the cereals back then, but yeah.
It's like a speed run. Cereal. As soon as it hits, I mean, you're shoveling it, trying to get it before it turns to paste, and you're just swallowing it with the rest of your milk. I mean, that stuff was good, but man, it went bad quick.
I mean, I
soggy quick.
I can see how it all looks. I can't remember the flavor, which was probably we had it once and that was it, or we always wanted it and we never were allowed to have it because again, mom and dad were going through health kicks by the time my young brother and I were born, because all the other kids were like 3 to 7 or 3 to 10 years older than us. So, but I don't know. My favorite cereal growing up was always tied between Trix, which is still a banger of a cereal. Specifically, it has to be shaped like the fruit. If it's not, I don't know why. I don't think it tastes the same. I think it tastes like shit. Just me. Leave me alone. But then Lucky Charms. Those were like always my go. Oh, Fruity Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles. Like those three. And Fruity Pebbles is definitely still one of those, like today, you put milk on it, you're snorting that shit because
yeah, exactly.
You can't eat it fast enough. You're like, it's go.
Fruity Pebbles go on a lot of different things too. I mean, that's something you can sprinkle over ice cream and everything else too. I mean, those things are great.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as you just start dipping it in, I've also noticed that just a light pour, because that box holds about 34 pounds of Fruity Pebbles in a small ass box.
Ounces, you mean?
No, I'm talking pounds, because that stuff pours out, it just keeps coming. I mean, it fills up a cereal bowl quicker than shit. I mean, you're like, oh, there's a lot still left in here, but I have a whole bowl of everything.
That's true, because you're always like, I just want a little bit, and you're just barely shaking, and all of a sudden, you're like,
no, yeah.
I didn't want that much. Damn.
It's an avalanche, but I'm gonna eat it all.
Oh yeah, and I'll go back for seconds and be pleasantly surprised again that avalanche happened twice in the same day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, it's in my bowl now. Whatever.
So are you the type to have late night cereal?
Oh yeah, dude,
also,
cereal's like it can be a meal for me.
Yeah,
I'm still that age. Where I'm just like,
still that age.
Like, do you want
Okay,
to
so
cook? No, you don't want to cook? Okay, well, I'm definitely not cooking. So here's our options. Sandwiches, popcorn, or cereal. Oh, you want cereal? Okay, what flavor? I mean, that's also how we grew up. Like, how I grew up anyways, was if
yeah, that's how we
my
grew up
mom didn't
too.
want to cook, it was, hey, kids, who's hungry? Okay, no one really? Okay, do you want sandwiches? Or you want me to just make some popcorn? And like stove popcorn where you have to melt the
Mhm.
butter, put the kernels in. And it's like, or you can have cereal. Sure shit enough. Cereal. Because five of us kids, each of us had our own different cereal. And then mom and dad had their own cereals. We had like 7 different boxes. And we're like,
so, so a whole box of cereal, like,
a whole fucking cabinet. It's like, which one do you want? I know this isn't mine, but he won't know.
no, if it's Fruity Pebbles, nobody's gonna know. That thing's gonna weigh the same no matter what.
Nobody else cared for Fruity Pebbles in the house but me. Like I liked all the sugary sweet stuff. They would like the semi-sweet stuff. Like Cocoa Pebbles is it's not super sweet. It's good, but super chocolatey doesn't have that over sweetness like Fruity Pebbles can have from time to time. But like they hated Fruity Pebbles and they would like Cocoa Pebbles or Cocoa Puffs. I was like, fuck you then. I'm eating all this shit.
I got it all day.
I'm here all fucking day.
No, see, we grew up the same way of like we would have, breakfast for dinner, stuff like
Yeah,
that. And
yeah.
I would try it here. I'd make it every now and then. I get looked at like I'm crazy. Like it's not breakfast time. It's dinner time. I'm like, I just made food. Eat it.
It is breakfast time over in Tokyo right now, so you will fucking eat it. Okay? Because there are starving
So
people everywhere. So you can eat this goddamn breakfast or go to bed, and you'll have it in the morning for breakfast.
for breakfast, I'm beating you to the punch. I'm prepping you for what's tomorrow. You're gonna have it right now, and then again in the morning.
Yeah, you're gonna have leftovers tomorrow morning. Surprise!
And there's been times where I've made like the waffles and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, this is good.
yeah.
It's breakfast, but yeah,
I think
and
that's very much a Midwest thing though,
I think
because
so too.
when I was stationed in Germany, I would still do that. I would go to the chow hall, and they always left the cereal dispensers open, and I'd go over there, pour some cereal, and I'd get some dirty looks, and they're just like, bro, you know it's like 9 p.m., right? Yeah, I know it's 9 p.m. I just got off work, so fuck you. I want cereal. Assholes. Judgmental
My inner
pricks.
child is asking right now.
Jerks. But here's because we're on the topic of cereal, here's a great debate. What goes first? Milk or the cereal? There
Fucking
is a right
cereal goes
answer?
first.
Okay, good.
Okay,
Good.
so the cereal goes first
I was
when this podcast is over.
like, I will fucking drive up there and
I'm
whoop your
not.
goddamn ass. It'll be alive.
I'm.
It'll be
I'm
like,
not doing a podcast with a psychopath.
and we're now
You put
live
the milk
outside
first.
Rahgel. I'm
No,
gonna beat his
you
ass.
put the milk first, jeopardizing the entire integrity of the bowl. You have no idea how much cereal you're putting in there. It makes no sense. You're gonna splash milk everywhere.
Oh yeah.
It just
Oh.
drives me nuts. No, you don't do that. No, you don't do that.
So
No.
you
I'm
you
gonna
want
strangle my microphone right now because I know how I feel.
so you want to know the hell I've been living through for the last 10 years? My wife puts the milk first.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah, she does. And like it's one of those things too where like I called her out. I still do to this point. I was like, that's not the right way. I want milk first because I need to know how much cereal I'm going to have. That makes no sense.
That's why you put the cereal first, so you know exactly how much you are gonna have.
So like, love her and
I'm
everything. I know. I've had time to decompress over 10 years. It's still on my nerve, but whatever at this point. But like, my son saw my wife do that the other day. She actually took 2 different bowls. She had her bowl of milk and then she had a bowl of cereal. And I'm just kind of watching her going, "What you doing there?" Well, I can just add more cereal in as I need it.
It's
What?
okay. Does this work
What?
that way?
Then here's my son who's like, he eats the bowl of her dry cereal and he finishes bowl of cereal and he wants some more. And he wants the milk to go first. I'm like, oh, look, I stay home with you. I watch you. That's not
Not
how you're
going
gonna
down
be
this path.
raised. That's not how
No,
we're gonna be raised.
no,
Milk
Reese, you're right.
goes last. Goes fuck you last.
Now I will add cereal to milk I have left over.
But that's
I
different.
still add
That's
milk to
different.
it. I
That's
still add
different.
milk to it. Still have to add milk
That's
because
that's
it's not
that's
cold enough. One,
that's different.
and
That,
I want to have the actual milk taste
yeah,
a
I
little bit
mean
also.
that's different because the order of operations was cereal,
Yes.
milk, and then if you run out of cereal but you still have milk left over, you rinse and repeat. Cereal, milk, cereal, milk. Like it's always in that order.
Hmm.
And if not, you're doing it wrong.
Wait, do you say you pour the milk out and put more cereal in?
No, no. So
Okay.
cereal,
You said
then
rinse
milk.
repeat. I was like, okay.
Well, rinse repeat like your bowl. You always put the cereal in first and then milk. And if you still have it, then again you do cereal and you're gonna top it off with more milk. So yeah,
Yes.
same thing. It's just an algorithm type base. Whatever. Leave my
No,
nerdy ass
yeah.
alone. Leave my nerdy ass alone. But like,
So with your cereal, now that was always a Saturday morning thing for us growing up too. Saturday morning, you guys bowl of cereal. Saturday morning cartoons, which don't even exist anymore, sadly.
they kind of
Unless
do
you,
if you make your kids watch them first thing in the morning.
well, if you're streaming them, then yeah. But they don't have the lineups like they used to.
No. Well, with the streaming service that I have, I can make it. I just have to be like, hold on, we're going to HBO for Cartoon Network.
Yeah, but I mean, you had totally different. I
Yeah,
mean, the commercials were outlined with it, and
yeah,
that just was everything to it.
yeah,
And we come home from school, watching it afterwards,
yeah.
after school, the lineups, all that stuff, and just the TV shows that they had back then were way different. And
Oh, yeah.
Saturday morning cartoons was like a ritual.
Yeah. It was like it was something to look forward to the whole week of you go to school and then you knew Friday night you may stay up a little bit later, but your ass was still gonna be up for Saturday morning cartoons. You would do the cartoons, eat your cereal, breakfast, and then you'd go out and play with your friends. Like that was the routine.
Mhm.
And it's not the same.
No.
Nobody will understand the struggles of being like, oh shit, I ran out of cereal, but I'm in the middle
Commercial.
of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or whatever. I was like, I wait for this commercial, and you didn't know if those commercials were gonna be 5 seconds long or a minute. So you're like, shit, I'm gonna go work on my 40 really quick.
Exactly.
You get back, oh, okay, I still got time. Just eat the cereal really slow now though. Wait till the show's
Depending on
there
what
it is.
cereal it is.
Oh yeah, if it was Fruit Pebbles, you're like,
You're eating as you walk out of the kitchen into the living room. Yeah, it's just that was a whole ritual we had too. And then I was blessed with having a sister, so I had to watch what she wanted to.
uh,
And I started to hate my life.
well, that's where we're a little different. My oldest sibling is my sister, and she's 9 years older than me. Then I have a brother, 8 years older than me, brother who's 3.5 years older than me, and then my younger brother who's a year younger than me, like a year and 24 days to be specific. And so it wasn't that way of I only had to compete with my younger brother and maybe my slightly older brother. And I was like, even then, I could take him. I was a chunky kid. I could take them all. I'll sit on your ass. You're like, I don't. It's so different because like I was actually talking about that the other day, and just like I don't like. There's part of me that feels almost slightly bad for my children. It's like you'll never understand the excitement of what's new on Saturday morning cartoons. Are you gonna watch it on ABC? Are you gonna watch it on NBC? Are you gonna go to Fox, CW, or wherever it was at the time?
Mhm.
Or maybe you got really bougie parents and you have Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney. Like you had to like actually pick and choose. You didn't know what was coming on, but you knew 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. movie A or show A was coming on. 8:30 show B. You just didn't know what the episode about, and there's really no way to find out about it because again, social media wasn't really around back then. So you didn't have spoilers. So
You had a little book that you could order,
TV guide.
TV guide. That's what you could have that, and that's the only way you would ever know what was coming up, how to plan for anything.
It was like a 1 or 2 line at most synopsis of the episode, where it'd be like, you know, just take Power Rangers. That's really the only show that's popping in my head right now. Is did Tommy defeat? I can't even think of his name now anymore. I don't give a shit about any of them. Whatever. Did the Green Ranger defeat the Red Ranger, or did the Red Ranger win? What prevails, evil or good? And that was your synopsis, where he's like, well, you got me. What's going on in this episode? What the fuck? That's not what happened. It's like it was such a different golden era. It was such a good era. Like
It was, and then he had, I think it was Sunday nights also. They would randomly play like Disney movies.
Yeah.
And you'd have like you'd see the Disney
exclusive
thing
movies
pop in, and you're like big guy. You're like, oh shit, what is it?
Well,
what is it? What is it?
Well, if you think about it, the weekends were amazing, because on Friday you had TGI Friday, Saturday morning cartoons, and then you had on Sunday you had Disney exclusive movies, where it's not like Aladdin or Hercules, but it was like Smart House, or it was Smart House is the only one I can think of. Damn it, Luck of the Irish. You get their Disney exclusive movies that you can only find on their channel, and they were like, you'd watch it and you're like, oh my god, this is so good. And you had the classic Mickey Mouse years. Somebody would introduce, like, it is a whole different era. And now you don't have any of that shit.
No, I mean, that's like the first time I ever saw. That was a 2 day. That was a whole 2 day thing. It was on TV first, and it was what it was, and scared the absolute shit out of me. I still hate clowns because of that damn movie. I mean, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I have a Pennywise sitting right here.
I was gonna ask about it too.
So,
like, what the fuck?
That's the newest one, but like, I hate the fucker, but I have it.
So
that was the whole thing. Like, we watched those.
Did you ever watch the 10th Kingdom, or the 10th Realm? What's it called? I think it's called the 10 Kingdoms.
I watch religious movies.
Yeah. No, it's not latest. it's a really old one. God damn it.
10th Realm?
I think that's what it's called, maybe.
Is it a series? Because I've never heard of
10th Kingdom, is that? Yeah, okay, so it's called the 10th Kingdom. Alright, so I only remember this. One, it's an amazing movie/series, but it took days. I think it actually took 2 weeks, but you had 2-hour-long episodes and your camera just fucked up. But you had like 2-hour-long episodes that were like movies, but this would happen every like Monday night or Tuesday night, whatever night of the week it was. So you had to play that movie or watch that movie on TV, wait a week, watch episode 2/part 2, and watch episode 3 part 3. Like, it had to go in chronological order, and it took 10 CDs after it got released, each one being 2 hours long, or roughly 2 hours long. So you're talking about a 20-hour movie broken down into micro movies. But it was a good one. Like, it definitely was ahead of its time.
I'm looking at it now. I've never even heard of it. 10th Kingdom came out in 2000.
Yeah. Had a lot of, like, looking back now, there was a lot of actors in there and actresses. I was like, oh shit, that's why you keep looking so familiar. Because I know you from that. But it's considered a TV miniseries, even though it's very much, each episode was like 2 hours long, hour and a half long. It was just,
it's like a movie in itself.
Yeah, that's the thing. And when I didn't buy it. I own it now because I may have taken it from my older brother. Neither here nor there. But it was 10 CDs, and it's kind of like the Star Wars series, like episode 1 or 4, 5, 6, where it's like 2 CDs, 1 CDs, whatever. But you had to buy them in individual cases. You could buy the 10th Kingdom that way, or you can buy the box set where you got all 10 episodes. But they were so long of like movies And I still hold my ground to this day that it was just a fucking 20-hour long movie. And you're just like, thank God for commercials.
Yeah. I think you needed like a bathroom break at some point. Granted, you
Oh,
can pause everything now, but back then you didn't have that luxury.
yeah. And the thing was like, because of how that was constructed, you didn't just have like you couldn't catch on to when a commercial break was gonna go in that specific miniseries. You couldn't tell.
Mm-hmm.
Like cartoons, sure they've kind of developed or designed the cartoon to taper off right before a commercial, and you could kind of judge it. Like, okay, it's been kind of boring. It's just monologuing, dialogue, whatever. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go right now. I'll be back at the end of the break, and you knew you didn't miss anything. In this series, it could be like a fight scene, whatever, and then dialogue, them searching around, exploring, and you're like, holy shit, come on. Been turtling over here, just take a fucking commercial break. It's like, goddamn, I remember that. I mean, it was so much fun to watch that with my older brother and my younger brother, my mom and dad. I want to say it was Friday night, probably. I think it was part of the TGI Friday lineup or Thursday night lineup. But I just remember watching that and being so excited and realizing, 20 years down the line now, going, that was a fucking movie. And we're bitching about a 3-hour long Marvel movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Just do it like they did. They were ahead of their time. They called it a TV series. Joke's on you, it's a 2-hour long episode. My God. I can't get into the show now, though. I tried. I tried rewatching it. I was like, it's going
I looked
so
at it and
slow.
yeah, it
So
does seem like
slow.
it definitely didn't age well, and it's dated way in a manner that probably would be tough to get into.
So they jump around a lot in it, so you can go to like the Renaissance era, future
Mm.
era, Trolls and Goblin, D&D style, modern day at the time, and it just like jumps all over. So it kept your attention as a 10-year-old, but now you're just like, you're moving too slow.
My ADHD can't keep up with your show.
Like, come on. Why was it so sparkly gold back then? And now I'm just like, oh, damn it.
So, but anything outside of like, because I know we've talked like Peacemaker and other like comic book or Marvel DC shows. What are you watching outside of that? Outside of superhero or like now? What are you watching outside of that?
Outside my children's shows, because I watch a lot of Bluey, and Bluey's a solid show. That's a good.
Yeah,
That's a good show.
I've heard a lot of people like Bluey.
Oh my God! If you don't
I've
have
watched
kids,
Bluey.
you don't have kids young
Oh
enough.
yeah, my daughter watches Bluey. Occasionally, she will.
One perfect length, 7 to 8 minutes, perfect. But the hidden parental undertone is so amazing in it. I love it. I just love it. Just like my favorite episode, not favorite, yeah, favorite episode is shut up. If literally they start off the episode where the mom is complaining that the house is kind of falling apart, and the dad's like, "Oh, well, it's adding character." And I don't remember what the kids say, but they're always the dad's response was, "The grass is always greener on the other side." And here comes their neighbor across the fence cooking his new pizza Firestone outside, and he's like, "Oh, hey man, where'd you get that at?" Wherever the Costco version of it in Australia. And the mom's like, "Oh man, his lawn's looking pretty green over there." Just like subtle undertone going, she called him out. It's it's amazing. I just love the series. But non-child related, and by child
Now
I
it's
mean
non-child.
anything under the age of 5. No, man. We've been watching. I say we because I watch a lot of TV with my wife, of course. 'Cause during the day, I game and do content and work. But my wife, I was telling you a little bit about this before. My wife and I have been binge watching the fuck out of Naked and Afraid. When Naked and Afraid came out, it was just Naked and Afraid, and then they came out with like XL and 40 Days. We have not watched this new series that we just discovered, but it's called Naked and Afraid: Finding Love. It's like fucking Tinder, but survival, but naked. I haven't watched it because the whole concept of it makes me just cringe. I'm just like,
Isn't that just
no.
porn?
Censored porn, yeah. Censored porn. It's not even soft core. You don't even get side boob or anything. It's just censored.
Side poop.
But like, it's such. My wife and I love the show. Just like, of course, we're couch quarterback. Trying to say we could do this no problem. But like watching the series. Well, I guess first, have you watched it? I know you know the premise of it. The name kind of gives it away.
I don't binge watch it. No, I've seen it. I know what you're talking about.
Right. Anybody who doesn't, two random people, typically one guy, one girl, show up to some deserted place, island, location, whatever, and they have to survive for 21 days. Or if it's a fan edition, 14 days. But the whole point is they're naked and afraid. Get it? Title says it all. I know it's very fucking clever.
I got an idea. Just put people on an island naked.
It's not.
Make
Guess
them
what?
survive.
They will be scared, but we can't call naked and scared. What's another word for scared? Afraid? Yes.
Worried.
But like, they typically get some type of weapon, either an actual weapon, like a bow, an arrow, or they get a machete. They typically get like a flint to start fire. They of course get the map and pot to boil water. Normally like 4 or 5 items. They each bring one, or supposedly bring one from home. Sorry not to buy that. And then the crew gives them 2 to 3. And every time we watch this, it's literally just us like complaining or trying to coach these dumbasses via the television who can't hear us. And this was recorded like 3-4 years ago because we're playing catch up now. Yeah. But like the survival instances are just so funny at times. Other times it's like, okay. But it never fails. My wife and I are always like, there's no way these people can be put in direct harm. Even if they signed a non-disclosure or a non-risk form, whatever, with the company, there's no way that they're dropping these people in Africa and be like, oh, by the way, here's your top predators. And it's always a jaguar. Jaguar and leopard. It's always a jaguar leopard in every episode. But they're like, jaguars, lions, rhinos, elephants, snake of some type. And it's like, okay, cool. But there's no chance in hell you're not somehow like telling them where to go or showing them, hey, stay on this path or whatever. Like, it's just, it leaves us more with questions than enjoying the actual show. And I was feeling at the top of this, like, lately, especially like last night because I haven't been feeling well, we fall asleep to Naked and Afraid, so nothing like falling asleep to 2 naked people on your TV. Like,
That's when you know you've grown up, that you fall asleep watching people naked.
this isn't new. I was stationed in Germany for almost 4 years. Like, it's not new. Public porn came on at like 5.
But it's funny though, like they point out the big ones, like the jaguar, the lion, not that snake, even snakes too. But me, in my head, I'm like, okay, I need to know what kind of insects are around because my ass is laying on the ground, obviously, or at some point.
But that's the thing. Here's the thing. Why are you laying on the ground? Why? Get your fucking logs and elevate yourself off the fucking ground. Ground bugs, done. And that's the biggest issue other than mosquitoes.
I mean, the Air Force probably comes out and sets them up for you, but
if I was on it, I would get AC, and it would be a hotel. I would be set up like Bear Grylls for taping. I'd be in a hotel.
I can see you through the window.
I'd be in a hotel and be like, hey, it's time for recording. Oh shit, 1 second. Let me go get wet, toss some mud on me. Do I look dirty? Do I look like I've been out for 4 days? No?
Punch me in the face 5 times.
Okay,
Okay, I think I'm good.
We're good. Hey, yeah, no, yeah, it's a swollen eye. I got stung by something.
Yeah.
But things like even shit like that, where people fall asleep or not fall asleep, they try to sleep on the floor in like the Amazon forest. And I was like, really, really,
No, no, thank you.
you're fucking stupid. There's trees everywhere. You're literally in a place called the forest, the Amazon
No,
forest. Get yourself
no.
elevated. Come on.
I mean, there's no. You couldn't pay me enough to go stay in the Amazon. No, thank you.
Dude, that's the other side
I'm
of it.
good.
Like, there's no prize money. So you know these people
They
like,
do it for nothing.
yeah, it's just I survived. That's the prize they get. They get to tell everybody I survived 21 days in Ecuador. I survived 21 days in Africa. Those are two big places. But like it's just no prize money, no trophy, just pure title of saying I got to survive and be naked on a TV show. Which poor video editor. Poor video editor. Post production having to censor and stare at just wangs and cooches all damn day. And just like,
And I've seen some of the people that are on there.
yeah, yeah.
Only imagine.
So,
Some look like they've been rode hard and put up wet.
oh my god, somebody, there was, okay, what was it? Probably 3, 4 nights ago, watching an episode, and this guy, he's not feeling very well. It's like day 5 or 6, whatever. He's not feeling very well, and he's starting to actually get really sick, and he's lightheaded, Disney, and he's like, man, I'm having pain, excruciating pain, not go away for 2 days now in my butt area. That's what he said, in my butt area.
Shit, since you got there.
This dude had not one, not two, but 3 leeches in between his taint and his butthole.
You never thought to check that?
So he had his partner check the night before, on like the first day it was happening, had his partner, who again, it's always a boy and a girl, guy and a girl, guy and a woman, and the woman didn't see anything. Like she literally, he asked, "Hey, can you check my butt out really quick?" And he spreads his cheeks a little bit, and she goes, "This is the first time I've ever been asked to look into a guy's butt, but okay." And she goes, "No, nothing's there." That's how far down it was, like right in between that little seam between the balls and the butthole. So
Those you don't know, we call that a gooch.
so like next day he wakes up, it's day 2, and he's like, man, it's still hurting. He calls a medic over. The medic says, okay, you need to lay on the ground. Like get your belly on the ground and make sure you have like pull your balls and dong up to you. Like I need you to kind of cup it and pull as you lay on your belly. And he pulled 3 leeches. Sorry, it was a female doctor. 3 leeches and goes, okay, these look infected. Okay, so I'm going to give you some antibiotics and you should be fine. This is very rare. They don't normally step in at all unless serious situations or they decide to tap out. And he's like, okay, cool. So, lady fucking plucks them out. And they hurt, and they're big ass leeches at this point. I think they said like about 1.5 inches, 2 inches long, just fat boys. So they've been sucking some good stuff down there. And like it was ridiculous. And then I think 4 or 5 days goes by, and he's still not feeling well. And now he's actually feeling even worse. And he's about day 13, day 14 at this point, out of 21 days. And he's like, hey, I need the medic. Can we get the medic out here? And the same day that happened, his partner also was starting to feel very ill. So she ended up contracting something, or no, sorry. She got stung by a scorpion in the middle of the night on her finger. And the medic came in to come check out him. And she's like, oh, hey, by the way, my finger still hurts. I just thought I was stung by a wasp or something. And he's like, no, you actually got stung by a scorpion. I have to medically tap you out. Like, that's it. Because this scorpion in Africa can kill you, and it has a fatality rate of well over 80%. So we need to get you to a doctor, like, instantly. You should have told us last night. And she's like, oh my God, yes, absolutely, let's go. But before she goes, he's like, "Hey, it still hurts really bad. Like it's swollen. I can't sit. I can't really do anything. I can't move." So again, this time it's a guy medic, and he's like, "Okay, get back down, pull yourself up, type down, and lay on your belly." And he goes, "You have 3 holes in you that looks like they are developing into MRSA." And if you've never had MRSA, I can tell you firsthand, it is a fucking gnarly, gnarly thing. I had MRSA underneath my left pec as a teenager, and my dumb ass let the hole get to the size of about a dime before I told my mom, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's MRSA." So, dumbass teenager, grown ass man. He had 3 holes that were developing to MRSA, and the medic's like, "Look, I can try to drain these, but understand we are not in a sterile room, so I cannot give you any type of numbing medication, numbing cream, ointment, or injection. So just understand that." And the guy thought he was being macho and everything. And I can tell you, that was a stupid move. The guy barely got into the first hole with his syringe, because it's literally just a needle syringe. He has to suck it out. And that dude was screaming bloody murder, because they're having to jam this needle into this wound that's infected and developing MRSA and suck all the fluid out. And he's screaming, and he's like, I can't do this unless you sit still or lay still. So let me go talk to the producer. Producer comes out and like, "Look, you're both getting medically tapped. You're both getting rushed to the hospital immediately." So I was like, of all the ways to go out,
All right.
like, maybe it's just me, but if I was naked in a survival situation, you can bet your sweet ass I'm checking my ass every night. I'm gonna be feeling around, be like, "Is there a leech down there? Is there a tick? What's going on?" If I have my wife or somebody else, be like, "Come here, buddy system. I'm gonna lift my junk up. You're gonna get in there. I want you inches. You're inches away from my butthole. You get pink eye, deal with it. Survival's better." I'll try to hold the fart in, but jeez, like,
Put you in there.
oh my god, ridiculous. That was probably the more severe one, but the fact that they also will climb mountains or cliffs or trees, even like one guy climbed a coconut tree naked, just dragging his junk up and down the tree. I was like, no,
No, no, no, no, no.
no, no.
Yeah.
You can't pay me enough. You're telling me I'm doing this show for free? I ain't climbing shit.
Underneath of my ball sack really hurts. So it's because you climbed a tree and then drag your nuts down it. That's why your shit hurts. Stupid.
I can only imagine how raw that all was, because they, like, for the most part, they do the triangle crop where like you can't really see the hip or the crotch, but his entire thigh and front of his calf, his shin, his arms were all just beet red. So you can only imagine his junk was just flaming hot Cheeto red, like just. My God.
No, there's no way you couldn't. You couldn't pay me enough to go on one of those shows now. There's no way. Younger, I was probably dumb enough younger to do it, but now, no.
But
No way.
here's the thing. I agree with you to an extent. Because the more I keep watching this with my wife, the more we're like, we could do this. We could do the fan challenge, which is only 14 days, so 2 weeks versus 3. And they also tend to, like, you get there early, you get 2 to 3 days to train with a specialist. But I was like, as long as I don't have to make fire old school, rubbing the sticks together, and they give me magnesium to light it. Okay, I can do that. I can kill something. Yeah, I can do that. I know not to sleep on the ground and to elevate. I got that. Yeah, I think I can do this. The bugs would be annoying, but I think I could do this. And then there's episodes where they have to paddle in the open ocean, and they're like, there's bull sharks everywhere. It's like, no.
Fuck
No.
that.
I am from landlocked Kansas. There's no way you're getting my ass to paddle on a makeshift raft that I had to make and paddle. I think that episode was like 12 miles she had to paddle in the water. because her teammate tapped out on like halfway. She spent 8 days just paddling in a makeshift boat, and she lost 2 logs. I'm just like, oh, this is getting me so worked up. I can't do it. Don't want to watch this. Don't want to watch it. No. Like
I get my ass on the water, paddling nowhere. No, thank you. I know there's sharks and everything. Nope. Mm-mm.
What's like the funniest part though about all of it, in my opinion, is if they tap out, they just tap out. The medic comes in, the producer comes in, they drive them off. Fancy robe and everything, they drive off. I keep telling my wife, I was like, man, if I did that, and I knew it was like a 10-mile trek on the last day, on day 14 or 21, and I was like, you know what? I survived 14 days. I've survived 21. I want to tap out. Oh, no, I know I have to walk 10 miles, but if I tap out, I still survive the 14 days, and I don't have to walk 10 miles. But I gotta lose all the weight. So, win-win. Joke's on you. I did not do this for a survival challenge. I did this to lose weight. Because if I'm at home, I got food 24/7. In the middle of a forest, I'm not eating no grub. I'll let myself starve. I am chunky. I will survive for quite a bit.
My body will eat itself. I'll be fine. Just leave me alone.
Well, the bigger people always do better. The bigger people always do better than the skinny people, because your body eats away at the fat reserves first, and then the muscle. But if you're skinny bitches, you have no fat reserves, so your body instantly attacks the muscle. Guess what? Chunky people, we're just like, day 21, I've only eaten 1 meal. I'm still good. I just need water.
My body's gone into hibernation. I'm good.
I lost 57 pounds. I feel fantastic. I'm going to go have a pizza when I get home and put that weight back on over the next 6 to 7 years. Or maybe 2 months. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll call it 2 months.
We'll see. Check in on me in 2 months.
Yeah, but that's a show that's like, this is out there. It's crazy. Like, I wouldn't do it.
Well,
Yeah,
like,
I stayed in the field and like that. Like, no, I'm good.
yeah, but imagine being in the field and no MREs, no food.
Assuming I can actually take a shit. Okay, so
Well, maybe.
I mean, if I have an MRE, you're not shitting anywhere.
I mean, I've never seen anybody on the show ever take a shit. Oh, that's not true. One lady thought she could drink water from a source that she thought was clean.
Dysentery.
She had like instant diarrhea. It was so bad. Like, she's a younger girl. Like, she's maybe late 20s, early 30s, and her partner was this like seasoned veteran. He's done this before. He's ex-military, and he's like, I'm not drinking that water. We need to boil it first. And she goes, well, I'm really thirsty. And after like 10 to 15 minutes hiking back up this mountain, she literally, you see her stop and her eyes just get wide. This woman literally had diarrhea just on the spot, and she's like, oh my God. And she went into like and this is Africa, so there's not really anywhere she can hide. So she just went to this little like brush area, and they didn't muffle the sound. And she has her microphone at their necklace, and all you just hear is what sounds like throwing out SpaghettiOs into a pan. You know, which is you're just hearing that. And her partner, he looks at her and he goes, nope, and just looks forward. He goes, are you okay? Oh, okay. Well, let me know when you're ready. And he just faces forward, like, and he turned around.
I told you I had to drink that water.
After like 2-3 minutes, and they showed her the whole time just like shitting her brains out. 2-3 minutes, she's like, okay. I'm really thirsty still, but I think I'll wait till we get back to camp.
It's probably a good idea.
He's like, yeah, we have water. We'll boil some when we get back. Don't worry. She's like, okay. Fast forward to her getting back to camp, and she has her little handheld camera, and she goes, I had to stop 3 times on the way back to camp. Like, some of these episodes are just so fucking funny. Like, they're not like, they're dark humor funny, like military would find them funny, because we do.
Yes.
There was another one we were just watching this one actually, I think 2 nights ago. Um, two young, two young people. I do mean young. Like I think one was 21, 22 years old. The other one was like 23, 24. So barely in their 20s. And the woman was very self-centered and like she knew better. And the guy was kind of a pushover. He didn't want to be bossed around, but at the same time, he didn't want conflict. And the woman's like, "Oh man, I have to go poop. I have to go poop." And he goes, "Okay, okay, that's fine, go." And she just goes to their watering hole. They've been using it for the last week for fresh water because it was fresh water. They had to boil it, and she shits in it. And he literally like this was the breaking moment in their relationship. They were doing so well. They were working together. There was no fighting. They understood each other. I mean, she was pushing him out around like a bitch, but she shat in the water and he blew up on her. He's like, "You can't do that. You can't just go shit in fucking fresh water sources." And her theory was animals do it, fish do it. And he goes, I bet you no animal other than fish have shat in that fucking hole. You wanna know why? Because they're using it to drink out of it. It's kind of common practice. You don't shit in the place you want to eat. And you're talking about a whole different thing. Humans are not the same as wild animals. We have whole different guts. Oh, and he was so pissed. And like she just laughed. She's like, "I don't know why you're upset." Ha ha ha. Like just that egomaniacal, I'm better than you mentality. And 2 days, 3 days goes by. Not even actually, technically. She drank the water the next day without boiling it. She got sick. Surprise. And she even says, she's like, "I don't feel so well." And he goes, "Yeah, it's probably that water you drink." So he found a gypsy well, which is essentially just it filters off into a little hole they typically made near a fresh water source or a water source. And he was drinking, and he even cuts to the camera. He's like, "I don't know if I want to tell my partner I found this. Like, I have fresh water source. Why should I share with my partner who shit in our freshwater pool?"
Shit in it again.
And that's like he was concerned about that. And so he gets back to camping. He tells her, he's like, "Hey, I found a gypsy well. We have fresh water. Don't worry about it. But I do want to let you know I don't want to hide anything from you." Big mistake, by the way. He should just kept his fucking mouth shut. But he's like, "I don't want to hide anything from you. I wasn't going to originally tell you because of what you did the other day. So we can still use this gypsy well, but do not defecate. Do not urinate in this gypsy well, okay?" And she again, she laughs, so you can tell that's like a coping mechanism. But she laughs, like, "Okay, it's fine." And she's like, "You're literally sick." A few days goes by. Guess what else is sick in the pond or the little fresh water? Everything died. The little fish they were using for protein died. She shat in the fresh water, and the freshwater fish died. And she did not even want to tell her partner about it. And she kept quiet on it until I think maybe like day 14 or 15 at this point. And he's like, "Okay, hey, if you haven't had any decent meal, let's go to go to the watering hole that you shit in and see if the fish are there." And she goes, "Oh, yeah, they've been dead for a couple days now." And he like, you could just see the pure just fucking frustration in his face. And he's like, "Let's not do that again, okay? I told you that was a huge mistake, but it's okay. I'm over it. I'm over it." I was like, "He's not over it. I'm not over it for you, man." And that episode was recorded like a year ago. Actually, like, poor fucking bastard. He had smooth sailing, and this fucking crackhead just decides, "I'm gonna shit in a freshwater source." Like, that's the only like things like that make me go, I can survive. I can survive 14 days. I think I can survive 21 days. Because I'm not going to make stupid mistakes like that. Put me in Ecuador where there's fresh water. I could do it. I'm going to be miserable as fuck, but guess what? I'm going to shit in my fresh water source. I'm going to last longer than a lot of these punks who come in going, "Yeah, I'm a master survivalist. This is going to be easy, 21 days," and they tap out day 3, day 4, day 5.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm thrown into it, I could probably survive. Now, it's going to be rough starting off, trying to remember everything and
I
figure some
think
shit out. And
I think it'd be like
not
riding a
want to
bike. Day one would be rough. 2, 3, like I got it. Let's go.
okay, like let me adapt back to how shit used to be
Tap to
and
hell.
get my mind right. But yeah, it would take a few days. But I think, I mean, not that I'm wanting to go out and do it, but I think if I had to, yeah, I could.
Well,
Not like, oh, yeah, sign me up.
no. I mean,
No.
if there's money involved, I'd be signed up. Like, there's
Yeah,
last
there's got to be.
time.
I'm not doing shit
No,
for
it's
free. I'm not doing this for your entertainment. For you to watch me on TV, butt ass naked, dragging my balls up and down a coconut tree. No,
if there is any
there's some
money,
incentive coming.
if there's any incentive or money, like they have to do a really good job of like having an NDA signed where you're not allowed to discuss any monetary gains of the show because I'm sure they don't want to get all type of survival crackheads out there who think they can do it just because they think they can survive and win 50,000 or 20,000, whatever. But there has to be something because there's not enough stupid people, but never know. This is U.S. so, but I mean, last one I'll mention, and then you can tell me what show you've been watching. Like I could go on days about this show. I love it. But there was one woman, 28 years old. She's been married since she was 18. She has four or five kids, in less than 10 years. So, reason why I'm saying that is they're doing like her intro package, so you get to know her. And she talks about how she lives on a farm. She has to survive every day, anyways. They have to go cut wood for fire. They have to go, kill chickens and cattle and pigs. And she's just talking about farm life. I'm like, that's not survival. That's not the same. Like, that's farm life. You still get to go home.
That's farm life.
Like,
yeah.
You get to go home. You do understand this. Like, not the same. But anyways, so she goes on and she's like, so I signed up for this though because I've been doing this every day for the last almost 10 years and I just need a break. I need a vacation. And this is gonna be a nice vacation for me. I need a 21-day vacation from being a mom. I was like, so your idea of a vacation, like mine, is like my mom and dad take the kids for a couple days, and I stay home. And the only thing difference is my kids aren't home, and I get to sleep a little bit better, or I get to drink all day. Like it's not. I'm gonna go be butt fucking naked in the middle of the woods. I don't know where I'm gonna survive. She tapped out on day 3, by the way. She didn't survive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she missed her kids too much. She's like, I can't do this. It's not the same as what I do every day. Like, he relies too much on me, and I just can't carry wood, and it hurts, and I'm so hungry, and I'm just so thirsty. I was like, yeah. How's that farm life treating you? Farm life is tough. Look, I get it. Grew up on a farm, have farmers in my family. I help out. I get it. But to say you are a survivalist simply because you do farm life,
no,
that's like, I'm gonna dip in the military world for a bit, but that's like me saying, no, I'm a survivalist. I can do everything those SEALs do because I'm military. We're the same breed. Drop me off into the ocean. Joke's on you. I will scream like a bitch. There's sharks in the ocean. Even though cattle kills more people per year than sharks, I will take my time with a cow than I will a shark.
Yes. I do the same damn thing.
I can see a cow.
Playing for you. You say ocean, I'll still scream. Nope, no, thank you. Nope. Not getting anywhere near. Nope.
We go to Florida, we normally go to Florida every year because that's where my mother-in-law's at. And we go by the ocean. My ass will weigh like 10 feet. I'm like, I'm not going any deeper. It's up to my butt. That's all the comfortable I'm at. And even then, I don't like it. I don't like this. I don't like this.
I get chest high and I get nervous because I'm like, I can't see what's around my feet.
It gets up to my waist. So it's like, nope. And again, Florida, but the way my brain activates is there is a parasite in South America that swims up your urethra and ejects barbs into the internal walls of your urethra and your penis. And it's so painful to pull out. So my ass goes, ow. That's on the coast of South Africa. Surely it's.
You watched Anaconda too much.
It wasn't Anaconda. It was a documentary.
But they
Like
talked about
Brazil or
that
whatever.
Anaconda
I
too.
was like, I love documentaries. I love like learning all this type of stuff. But then at the same time, real world happens. I'm like, mm-mm. No. I know it happens in India, and I know we're in Kansas. But fuck no.
No, but that,
Take
like,
my chance.
but I would do a cage with sharks. I would do that. I actually
No.
hate water. I would get
No.
I would do it. I would get in the so we did not that this is like anything anywhere near, but we did like a snorkel dive.
Yeah.
Snuba. We did that in one of the sorry, I lied for a second.
It's like, what are you doing? Scuba or snorkeling? Because they're different.
No, it's snuba, it's both. You wear a full face mask to it. But so we did that and I was fine doing that. But then I'm like, okay, I want to go down a little. I went down. I saw it was down. Quickly came back up. Just kind of enjoyed the top surface of everything. Because there's a lot down there. Granted, there was like no sharks, nothing like that, but there's just like
There's
an
a
eel.
lot.
It's an octopus. Like, okay, that's cool. That can be there.
Octopus can fuck you up underwater too.
An octopus is a fucking alien.
Mm-hmm.
It's an alien. That's a legit alien.
No, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just
Nothing about an octopus makes sense.
no. They can get into
fit
something the
into-
size of a dime hole. Like
Exactly.
I don't trust the ocean at all.
No.
I'll take my
Weird.
chances with lakes.
Mm-hmm. I see. I grew up in lakes and like that. Only thing I had to worry about was a snapping turtle.
Yeah, but you
Those aren't
typically knew
sharks.
where those. You typically knew where snappers were. They didn't really stray too close to you. But when you hear
No, it-
bull sharks typically attack humans for fun, like, oh,
Cool. There's no.
fuck you.
No, thank you. No, and like, but the shark cages, I would do a shark cage. Yeah, I don't know why.
You're so stupid.
Sharks absolutely scare the shit out of me. Like Shark Week comes on, I'm all about Shark Week.
Oh, I'll watch it, but
Yeah, I
you ain't
love
catching
it.
my
I
ass
love
in
Shark
there.
Week. I love like watching the sharks get air, come out, eat that fake ass seal.
Or seagull. Yeah.
Some idiot is 10 feet out behind the boat on a raft and tugging that thing. It's like, dude, you're gonna get eaten. Something else, but it's just like shit that they show is great, but yeah, I would do that. I would probably freak out. That's one thing I do. Like, yeah, sign me up for that one. Skydiving, no, thank you.
See, okay, so I've done skydiving several times, mostly because I was over in Europe and it was very easily accessible because I can skydive anywhere. But I mean, I can do that here in Kansas. We're flatter than pancakes, scientifically proven, but it's not the same. But you will
Compared
never.
to Iowa, I bet we're flatter.
No. Check out the scientific report. We are flatter than a pancake. Google it. Google, is Kansas flatter than a pancake?
Kansas pancakes good. No.
The ones I make, yeah, they're good. But like, I have no problem. Again, I'm at risk of everything. Like if my parachute doesn't open or my tandem parachute doesn't open, I'm dead. But at least I die on impact.
You hope.
A shark will bite your limb off, thrash you around, let you go swim away a little bit, and then come back, maybe with a buddy, and fuck you up some more, let you swim away with no legs, or maybe one leg, one arm, or they'll tear off your lower half, and you're still just kind of like, oh my god, I'm gonna go, and then you just die. Like that sounds so
No.
excruciating. Or you can drown. Like
I never said I was swimming with sharks. I said I'll get in the cage. Yeah, the cage.
no, because I've seen
It's
documentaries.
not-
I've
no.
seen a documentary
I-
where the cage faults and just whoop.
Okay, yeah, I've seen them, but like no
Overactive
skydiving,
imagination.
Like, no, yes. I'm not scared of like. Heights kind of bother me. But the falling everything is not the problem. It's the sudden stop that I don't want at the end. Because it's like, okay, yeah, cool. I can fall all day. I just don't want to stop at the end. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
that's
It's the
that's
sudden
fair.
stop.
That's fair. I will give you that.
when my asshole goes through my brain. That's not what I want.
But again,
Because
the
yes, I
chances
do.
of
I'm going head
surviving are
first.
low.
No, if I do it, I'm going head first. I'm not surviving it.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I'll
not.
make sure. We're going out with a bang. Well, a splat, but we're going out.
Yeah, assholes over elbows
Just
and
like,
everything. I'm trying to. That's how I'm doing
no,
it.
no, just no. And I just like I don't know. I think it's so funny that these people will do this for fucking no money. I'm just like, you're stupid. And then like you were talking about snorkeling slash snoobing. But we went on a cruise. First cruise I've ever been on a few years ago.
Mhm.
And same with my wife. We went to the Bahamas. We were off of Nassau, or Naus, I'm pronouncing it wrong. And we got scuba gear, or not scuba, sorry, snorkeling gear. And my ass could not swim underwater. I couldn't do it with that mouth breather in my, no, couldn't do it. I had the snorkel right here. I had my goggles on. They all worked. If I took the snorkel out, I could swim perfectly. Put that snorkel in, I looked like a dead fish trying to come back to like just figure the shit out.
It did take some time to get used to because it is weird. It's definitely weird to try and just. I was like,
45 minutes. I still didn't get it. 45 minutes. I still didn't get it. And my wife's just over there cracking. She's like, it's not hard. Hold your breath and breathe out. It's like, okay, okay. And then like a couple minutes or a few seconds into it, I was like, oh, hey, I'm doing this well. Oh yeah, I should breathe. Water.
it is. It's weird. If you're not used to it, it's definitely weird.
Oh, so stupid. I could do scuba. Like I've done scuba diving in like pools, like practice areas when I was in Germany, but never made it to the ocean with that because again, your ass ain't catching me underwater, where I'm the slowest fucking creature out there, and I may have to punch a stingray for Steve Irwin if I find one. Which,
This is for Steve.
by the way, Naked and Afraid, there's like been a couple episodes where stingrays have been on there and they've actually killed them. You can ask my wife. I'm like, yes, you fucking deserve that. Each one of you fucking bastards deserve that. You get him for Steve. I get excited about that shit. It's like it's the only animal. I'm like, I'm glad. I'm glad you fucking died. You took him, bastard. My wife's like, you need to chill the fuck out. It's 9 o'clock at night. We're trying to go to bed.
Oh, fuck those stingrays.
Assholes took my childhood from
That's
me.
for Steve. Oh yeah, take a barb to the chest. Shit.
God, motherfucker. Not crocodile, not an alligator, not an anaconda, not a poisonous spider, a snake. No! A stingray in the middle of the fucking ocean.
Mm-hmm.
During football practice. I remember that day so well. Yeah. Anyways, what show are you watching?
I mean, my shows are very limited with what I watch. Nothing, nothing exciting, naked or afraid, and like that. My shows are pretty basic.
Naked and Afraid's pretty basic.
Is it?
Yeah, what they show it's pretty basic, yeah.
But is it basic that everybody watches? I don't think it's. I don't
It's
think it
basic
is.
enough that they had to have spin-offs enough for they have 21 day, they have the XL challenge, which I'm still not sure what that is. They have the 41 day challenge, and then they have Naked and Alone, which by the way, I don't think I could do that one. I could do this with a partner. I don't think I could survive on my own because I don't think my mental fortitude is there for so many reasons. And then they have the Naked and Falling in Love or Naked and Afraid in Love or whatever the fucking dating series is called. So
That was just weird.
yeah, like there's part of me that wants to watch it because it's like, oh, it's cringy. I don't want to watch it. This is terrible. But at the same time, I'm like, this may be good comment or content. Like, just saying, like, how stupid are these people that they're like, oh man, like the trailer. One of them was like, I came out here. It was a girl. She's like, I came out here to find love, and I didn't think I had to try this hard to freaking survive. He's a guy. He's supposed to collect all the firewood, do all the manly stuff for me, and he won't do that. He says I have to do it. And my only thought was, well, I mean, without touching on the subject, reap what you
No,
sow.
see-
That's all I'm saying. Reap what you sow.
the shit that we watch is like it's always the same thing. I watch Big Bang Theory a ton.
That's
That's
a
one
good
that
one.
I watch every
Just
night.
finished
It's
that.
it's an every night thing. We watch it. I mean, we had Friends for one. I think I've seen every Friends episode probably 10 to 15 times.
That's it. That was on AFN like every fucking day, and in
It
like
was on
2 weeks.
Netflix. It was
Yeah,
yeah, Netflix. It was on
it's
like
on.
repeat
Yeah, it's on
all the
HBO.
time
But like,
now.
but like
HBO Max with Big Bang Theory.
AFN when I was over in Germany, Friends played for 3 hours every day of the week, and you could
Hmm.
run through the whole series of Friends within a matter of I think like 2.5 weeks. And I watch Friends. I can probably comfortably say at least I've seen every episode at least over 30 times.
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt
And
it.
I just finished the series up again like a month ago after I finished up Big Bang. Like I just finished up
I,
Prince of Bel Air 2 weeks ago. Like I just the
dude,
classic. So
I have a problem watching the old stuff and not watching anything new. If
yeah,
there's new stuff though, like I had to force myself to finish like Peacemaker. That's probably the newest one that I've ever finished. I had to like, okay, I have to finish Peacemaker because I have to know what the hell's going on.
yeah. But see,
I went through that one.
I'm the same as you. Though. Like the old stuff, I can watch the old stuff all day. The new
Yeah,
stuff,
it's easy.
it's harder. But if it's like comic book, my ass is involved so quick. Just you got my attention. Let's go. Mm-hmm. That's not accurate. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I like this turn.
But yeah, there's just like some of those ones like I've tried to get into them. There's another one, Mayans. Try to watch Mayans, and I
I
have
can't get
to
into that one.
restart all the time. You watch Sons of Anarchy?
I tried.
Didn't like it either.
I couldn't get into it. It wasn't
Not a fan.
like it's just there's if it doesn't progress at the rate of which I think it should, I literally just stop watching. Like Walking Dead, other than the whole premise and the story, I haven't watched all of it because that entire show is shit and it moves at the progress of a snail for no fucking reason other than to draw out suspense. I don't like it. Like
One of the best zombie ones we've seen lately is
you better not fucking say Walking Dead.
We're All Dead. It's a Netflix one, but it's a um it's a Korean one. It's episode based. I think it's We're All Dead. It's based around a school, and the concept of zombies is kind of cool. The way that it starts out. I don't want to ruin anything by saying it, but I think it's We're All Dead, what it's called. But the
Is there
whole
like a
idea of
abandoned mall and they like get territorial and clans and
no, it's
factions?
that was I know when you're talking
Okay.
about. That's
Right.
um no, that was actually really good too. It's
Yeah.
more like teenager based
Yeah.
kind of
You said
idea.
high school
Um,
or
but this one
school.
is more, yeah, this one's a lot more graphic.
Oh, you got my attention.
Um, yeah, we're All of Us Are Dead is what it's called, and that one's on Netflix, and it's from the makers of Train to Busan.
Okay.
If you ever watch that one,
No.
that's another Korean zombie movie. But Train to Busan is going to be remade and done in the U.S. So they're going to take the premise of that one and do it here.
So it's gonna
So
be shit. It's just gonna be
Train to
trash.
Busan was great. They're supposed to do a second one. I don't know how they're going to do it, but um, one of All of Us Are Dead. It's a great show as long as you can deal with subtitles or
Yeah, I already
dub.
do. I got children. Subtitles are always on.
I say I can't do subtitle. I
Really?
can't. I don't have the ability to read and watch at the same time. It drives me nuts.
You don't have ADHD. You can't multitask.
Not, I can't read and watch at the same time. I get anxiety because I feel like I'm missing out on something. If I'm looking at words and not
But
the show,
but the
so I
subtitles
freak out.
are so like sometimes the subtitles are fucking amazing because like you'll they'll mention something that you can't clearly hear and it adds even more in depth. Like most Marvel movies and even DC's, but most Marvel movies, if you have the subtitles on, you pick up on things like on the telephone call, especially with like
Yeah,
Tony, that you don't hear on screen, but it is there, and they have to have the
yeah.
subtitles, so you'll hear like Nick Fury, he's saying something, you're like, oh, that's why he's responding that way.
Yeah, no, and I get that, but I still can't do it. I have to do dubbed or something like that in order to watch a lot of the stuff. So, but that was really good. I think that's probably one of the most recent ones that we watched together and finished that one. Um,
Have you seen iZombie?
I tried watching iZombie and I couldn't get into it.
So
I didn't
the
like
the
her.
first season is rough. I will say that. Everything else is good. Like she's not a great actress at the beginning, but she gets better. You definitely get to see her develop. But she's like, I loved it. Like by the end of it, I'm like, oh, this is so good.
I think I think that's probably where we went last we watched was that one. But yeah, it's like a lot of my stuff is just basic, like Big Bang Theory,
Even
Friends,
though Big Bang is,
Modern Family.
even though Big Bang and Modern Family are technically new-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah, just saying.
so that's probably what we watch more times than not. But every now and then we'll watch something random. But most of it's that.
No, I got you. I mean, we stick with. Well, if my wife and I are watching, because we definitely have shows where like it shows we watch together, and then because that's how married couples are for the most part. But then there's like my shows that if I'm doing editing or designing or just playing video games by myself, I'm not streaming. I'll have my other monitor play TV shows, and for the most part, it's like Fresh Prince of Bel Air, even Ed, Ed and Eddie, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Friends, Scrubs. Still, I will watch Scrubs up to the last season. The last season's trash. I will watch, Big Bang Theory. I probably 3 or 4 times this year already. Just like the classic stuffs that are still so good, and no matter what, I'll just watch them time and time and time again to the point my wife even comes in. She's like, or House is another one. Like you will catch me watching that shit monthly. And I'm just like, we'll watch it. My wife's like, you've already seen this. I don't care. I don't care. And Amazon, by the way, on the PlayStation, it's kind of rude where it tells you how many times you watch this episode or this season. I don't even know that shit.
Excuse me, sir, you have a problem. You've seen this episode 42 times.
There's some of them that's up there. Like,
Don't
like,
judge me.
so like I own Deadpool. I'm a big Deadpool fan. I own the DVD. I own the digital version. Whatever. But the digital version I own via iTunes, and it, just like their music, it tells you how many times it's been played. We're up into like the high hundreds, like damn near thousands. Because I will watch that shit, or I'll have it playing. If I can't find something on TV, I'll watch Deadpool, and if I could stream and watch Deadpool, everybody would definitely just see me streaming and then me mouthing every line that's coming across because I've seen that movie so many times. Or I'll be like, oh, yep, he's gonna say the superhero thing. Ready? It's bad for your knees, right? Superhero. I've seen it too much. But it's like, I have no problem. But I saw something from I don't know if he's a real doctor because social media, it's all fake. But this so-called doctor on I think Instagram came forward a while back. He's like, watching the same shows over and over again is actually a sign of like mental illness because you tend not to want to rewatch something. I know. I was like, ooh, joke's on you, bitch. I already have mental illness, and I'm not coping very well all the time. But like it's part of the mental illness because we don't like change, we don't like unexpectedness. Like we want to be able to know that what's going to happen is going to happen without any uncertainties. And I found it very fascinating because I'm like, well, hold on. I believe that because that makes a lot of sense with why I watch certain shows over and over and over again. But what the fuck is getting me to watch these damn shows to begin with, to then for me to be like, memory bank. I will watch the show, the season, the series every month. Like, but it was a cool. Again, I don't know how true or if he's even a fucking doctor, but it was one of those things where it like struck a chord. Where I was like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna tell my wife that 1 second. Did you know? Yeah, I believe it, Logan. I do. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go watch House again. So if you need me,
You know where I'm at.
yeah, I'll be in my office. If you hear somebody yelling, it's either me or it's House, but it's pretty much the same. So,
Yeah.
uh, so I know I saw. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh my god. But totally lost track. Thank you, asshole. For those of you who don't know what's going on, he messaged me. He messaged me like a dick. But I saw on TikTok today. I told this guy I'm gonna steal it because I loved it. So trolls and haters, right? Just negative people trying to. Okay. This one guy I found on TikTok. He does not like to call them trolls. He likes to call them shitbirds. But I'm just like, I love that. Steal that.
You ever heard shitbirds before?
I've never heard that term before, and it just made my day.
That's a common saying for us in the Army. It was shitbirds was a big one.
Well, seeing as Air Force is associated with birds, we don't really get that too much.
Talk negative about birds.
No, we love our birds. Have you seen our planes?
We didn't like anything, so
You all don't like
it was
life.
free game. It was free game on everything.
You all don't like
Shit bird, shit bag, shit stick.
Well, I've seen all the shit things. It's just, like I've never heard of a shit bird. I just thought it was so funny. I was like, dude, I'm using this for everything. And I went live, and somebody came in and was like just trash talking because I wasn't doing well in Apex. No surprise. And I was like, you can take your shit bird elsewhere. And he just kind of stopped. I didn't hear from him for like 10 minutes, and he goes, "You're fucking stupid. Shut up. You're a shit bird." It's like now the 5-year-old mentality comes out. I just thought it was like,
Oh yeah.
your mama. Just like, oh my god. Awesome. I can't believe I haven't heard that. Especially being military raised, but again, Air Force.
Yeah.
We're bougie.
Very. Air Force.
Let's be real. If the military was retail, Army would be Walmart. Target would be Air Force.
I'd say Dollar General.
No.
Be the Army.
That would be the Marines.
They're Dollar Tree.
Hey. I like Dollar Tree. I go to Dollar Tree. That's where my candy's the cheapest. That's where I get my diabetic shit from. No, I was like, yeah. Thought it was so funny. I was like, I'm putting that everywhere. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Oh my god. Hey, 10:35. All right. Oh, I said we were going to talk about Apex. We're going to do the last thing. I promise. Last thing. You're just open another White Claw like a basic bitch. It's fine.
Stop it.
Said what I said. Taking it back. You don't play Apex, correct? That's
No. I enjoy other.
you enjoy shitty games like
I
Call of Duty.
enjoy torture myself with Call of Duty.
Anyways, new season came out earlier this week. Introduced a new legend, and one of the legends I now play very heavily. Her name is Rampart. She has a weapon called Sheila, which is just a mini turret, machine gun, but you can carry it or you can plant it. And she got massive buff this week to the point like I was wrecking house so much on Wednesday and Tuesday to the point I was like, oh, I'm good now. And somebody's like, no, she got a buff. Oh, I'm still good.
This is where you insert a small clip in the video portion of you playing.
I could try that maybe. We'll see. But like, it's so fun. But unlike Call of Duty, Apex, for the most part, is doing a lot of good things and actually cares.
But does Apex have like any type of storyline?
Yeah.
Like they do. Okay.
Yeah, they actually have lore and chapters and series and everything inside of it. And I don't know how to look up the previous lore, but I know you can go on YouTube and literally just type in Apex Legend lore, and you can find all of them from season one, day one to now. And each character has like proper development, proper progression. Like it's actually good. Newcastle, which is the most recent legend, is spoiler alert, is Bangalore's brother, who she's been searching for the last like umpteen years, like 10, 15, 20 years, whatever it is. And come to find out he's Newcastle, and he's only Newcastle because the person who originally was Newcastle couldn't enter into the games of Apex Legends. They couldn't enter the games because they were so shitty that the mob, I believe they are, whatever, they were trying to kill him, and they ended up killing him. But Jackson, which is Bangalore's brother, sees all this. He defeats the mob, and he says, hey, I can get into the games. I can get there. And Bangalore was supposed to be leaving the games this season to go look for her brother, who is supposedly dead. And come to find out he's Newcastle, and she knows he's Newcastle now. So there's like actual lore and everything. It's really good to be able to have that type of stuff, which there's none in Call of Duty.
But do they have a gigantic gorilla and lizard that stand around?
They have a giant sea creature that you just killed, and now it's part of the map.
Okay, well, see. So you're better. Okay.
You actually can interact with him.
I mean, you can interact with King Kong Godzilla.
No,
You just die when you touch him.
Listen,
when he jumps, you die.
That's a stretch, okay? That's a stretch. That's a stretch. By technicality, yes, but that's a stretch. No, that's a stretch. I refuse to acknowledge that.
So to wrap it up, Warzone fucked up big time.
One small step away from Battlefield, yeah.
Sig loves watching naked people before he goes to bed.
I fall asleep to two naked people on screen quite often. Yeah. Don't judge me. They're censored. You can't see any of them.
Yeah, that's the key thing to say.
Yeah, they're censored. Don't come after me. Censored. For the most part.
For the most part, yeah.
Retail sucks. Customers suck.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Apex is beast. Call of Duty still sucks. Yeah. Oh, and if you're a psycho, if you pour milk first and not cereal. Yeah. And both of us are terrified of the ocean.
Yeah,
wraps that up.
For sure. Yep, exactly.
I think that's a proper episode. Oh my god. Oh, all right, everyone. We are 2 hours into this craziness. We will see you all in 2 weeks for another episode for fucking God knows what. We don't ever know until like 2 minutes into the series, so it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Make sure, of course, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, comment, share, all the good stuff, so you stay up to date with us, and follow us on all of our social media. 2 guys, 1 gamepad, except for Twitter. Fucking Twitter. Maybe Elon will give me the handle when he takes over. Twitter is 2 gamepad. Come on, Elon, help me out. Tag Elon, everyone. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
I'm done. No more episodes. He responded. I'm done. But we'll be back, and of course you can catch the video edition 1 week after every audio podcast. So, yeah. You got anything to add, Rahgel? Any army quidbits?
Nope. Warzone needs to set their shit up. That's all I know.
That's the only game you play.
That's all I play right now. I will be looking at other stuff, but as of right now, nothing is pulling me away from it. I can't do Apex. I can't do Fortnite. Can't do it.
Come over to Apex. We'll run some, I promise.
I've thought about it. I might. We'll see.
Listen, I can play at night. I'm gonna have to play at night soon because my daughter's not in school now. So
That's right.
damn.
See, maybe I will.
We'll see. We'll see.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll just do a whole stream episode of this of us sucking ass. Apex. You never know. You never know.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, let's wrap this up. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope your week goes fantastic. And we appreciate everybody listening to the craziness that is Rahgel and Sig.
Yes. Of course. Hey, everybody take it easy. Have a good one.
Take care, everyone. See you next time.